Hi there, what's up everybody? My name is Jeremy Siskind. I'm the author of Playing Solo Jazz Piano, as well as the Jazz Piano Fundamental series, which now has 3 books. This is book 3, Modal and Modern. You can get all those books together at my website for a discount, but enough advertising. Enough, I say. Today I want to talk a little bit about off-ramps. Okay, this is not really a technical term, but I think it's a useful one. And off-ramps, the way that I'm thinking about it, using it, refers to if you're reharmonizing, if you're going way outside the key, if you're doing something wild. In most contexts, in most tonal contexts, you want to find a way to get back to where you're going. And if you're good at finding off-ramps, this is going to allow you to do some wild stuff before you get onto that off-ramp. You could do essentially anything harmonically as long as you can bring it back into the key. So today we're going to be talking about off-ramps in the context of reharmonization. And let me show you what I'm planning on doing. So here we've got In a Sentimental Mood, a very famous Duke Ellington piece, and we're really only going to be dealing with these first 7 notes of the melody. And here's the question. We're going to do a lot of different things with these first few notes. I'm going to try the wildest stuff that I can possibly think of. And then we're going to try to bring it back somewhere in these last 2 to 3 notes so that it resolves to this D minor. Man, we really got a lag going on here. If I were someone who cares a lot about YouTube, I would stop the video and fix the tech now. But I'm just a guy who likes music. I don't care a lot about YouTube. So we're just going to kind of keep rolling on. So in this first activity, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting from that very first melody note, and we're going to do 1 chord per melody note. This is actually a very common thing that we might do, and we're going to go down by half steps, and then we're going to look for an off-ramp. So I'm going to be selecting some notes at random. I encourage you to play along at home. Try this. So let's start with the note E flat. Okay, and so I'm going to make these roots go down by a step. This one works out just so nicely. And then I'm going to ask myself, how do I get from, these roots going down by steps from B here into D minor? Here, super easy. Because if we keep going, we're going to get to B flat and then A. And A is, of course, the 5 of D minor. So we can make that an A7. We can make this a B flat 7 or a B flat major. And it's just going to flow beautifully in. Check it out. And I'm going to use any chords that I can think of that have these roots as my, and then match the melody notes, of course. So. Some of those chords had absolutely nothing to do with the key. I wasn't trying to make them have anything to do with the key. I'm going to try all minor 7s where it fits. Going to try to do a bunch of sus chords. Going to try to make them weird slash chords. As long as that off-ramp is good, we're going to be able to get back in. So you're probably thinking, all right, Siskind, that was cool. But E flat just flows so nicely because we get to that A. So what if we choose a different note? Let's choose D flat. Okay. Same exercise. We're going to do 1 chord per melody note. And now we still get to an A, but it's a little early. We're screwed. So now we're going to have to find a different kind of off-ramp. So let me first play it, and then I'll show you one off-ramp I might find. Easy enough, right? And what am I doing? I think I would just fill in with an E flat 7 here. Why E flat 7? That's the tritone sub for A7. So it's kind of cool because it sounds like 2 different chords. It has that same feeling of motion that we've been having. And yet, functionally, we know because we're genius jazz musicians, it's the same. So again, I could play any kind of chords. Let's see, if I try to make them, I'm going to make them really dissonant. the way, you might be wondering about this A7 with a D natural in the melody. I would make it an A sus7 technically. All right, so that was also pretty easy. Let's keep going. What if it was C? C, B, B flat, A. No. Now this is a little harder. You got a few options, but the easiest thing is just going to be to put in a minor 2-5. And it connects pretty well because it's like A, E, A. So again, I don't like that one as much as the others because we're repeating that A sound. We could also do something like make the off ramp after the B flat. That's a little bit early, but that B flat also is going to connect in. So it, there's a bunch of different chords we could fill in front of that E half diminished seventh. It could be a G minor seventh. It could be an F minor seventh. So you do like a side step leading in. It could be a B seventh. But what I'm hoping that you see here and take away is that there's basically a curtain between the two sides. On one hand, I'm going down by half steps. On the other hand, I'm doing a functional progression leading to D minor. Okay, let's try a different note. Let's see what happens. Let's go down starting from B. B, B flat, A flat, G. So here again, I could just throw in an A7. I don't love it just because the contrary motion doesn't really keep working. So here, something with E flat 7 certainly is functional. I kind of like E flat minor 7 because I could do like G minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor. And have those 3 minor 7 chords in a row kind of feels like planing. But I'm just going to, be putting in something here. All right, let's do one more for fun. What if we start on B flat, A flat? That's gonna have to be a weird flat 9. Probably do it like that. I'd probably again do some minor 7s going down. So now it's going down by whole steps. Sounds great. It leads really nicely into that first D minor 7 chord. And again, I can just choose whatever kind of chords I want here. Let's just do, I think I just said let's do one more for fun, but I'm still having fun here. So what if we start on G? Maybe I did this already, I can't remember. So this is a little tricky because we don't want to get to the D before we actually arrive. So I wouldn't keep going to that D. What would I do here? I don't love that. This is the hardest one I've come across. Yeah, I might just jump down to B flat and then A and do some kind of B flat major 7 to A7, sharp 5, or flat 13 probably is more appropriate. Another approach would be to make this like kind of jump by thirds so that it would go like E flat, C. All right, so that's not what I meant to press. So I hope that you're seeing, this allows me to start on any note, to not really predetermine this reharmonization, but instead I'm going to start wherever my hands go down. As long as for those last 2 or 3 chords, I can create a functional progression, then I can do essentially whatever I want at the beginning, right? And this could apply not only to harmonizing every melody note, but I could, replace this D minor section here with something moving, let's say, by step. Or, yeah, so what if I... What if I wanted to go, let's just say I'm going to do a wild reharmonization. I would hate to do this on Sentimental Mood because it's such a beautiful tune, but let's say I really want to impress my cool jazzy friends. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down by half steps every beat. And I get down to A flat. And I would just skip down to a D7. And then I go to the G minor. That's my little off ramp. Right, I'm going D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A. And you may be wondering what qualities of chords am I playing over these root notes, and I'm just trying to match the melody. Here, because there is a lot of melody, I'm probably going to be playing things close to the D minor key center. But then, if I've got an A flat 7, I can just follow it with a D7. It's like a tritone sub happening, and I'm leading into the next G minor. Okay, what if I want to be more fancy, right? If that doesn't work, maybe I want to go down by minor thirds here. So I'm going to go D minor, B something, B something, G sharp, and then I actually have the same opportunity, right? G sharp's the same as A flat. I might try to give it a little bit of a 2-5 in order to move into the next chord. Or we could keep going down. So the next third down. And then I could go up into the G, right? Because that's always my target here. We're going to G minor next. Or maybe I want to go down by a whole step. Okay, again, I'm not really recommending any of these. I just want to show you how I'm thinking random and then off ramp. Random and then off ramp. That's the one thing I want you to take away from this video. So that would lead actually beautifully to an A flat, which we can make into an A flat 7. Or what if I were going up by a whole step? D minor, E, F sharp's going to be really interesting in this key. That's also tricky because F sharp leads so nicely into D. Let's see what happens. I see, yeah. So we could do an A flat 7 and we could lead down to G minor. Or we could put the G minor over B flat. I could actually keep that pattern going a little longer using the same concept over the G minor. So that's my talk on reharmonization off-ramps. Remember, start with some kind of a bass pattern and then just harmonize it however you want. But the skill here is in those last 1, 2, or maybe 3 notes to find an off-ramp, to find somewhere where you can connect in and then get to the next progression. Thanks for watching. If you like this, there are these kinds of reharmonization exercises and activities in this book, Playing Solo Jazz Piano, which is in its 2nd edition now, which has a lot of, it has video content for every single musical example. If you watched this far, say the word off-ramp in the chat. Thanks for watching.